The winner of 3 Oscars and 4 BAFTAs and countless other awards, Steven Spielberg is one of the most popular and influential men in the history of filmmaking. Steven Spielberg was born on December 18, 1946 in Cincinnati, Ohio, to a Jewish family. He was educated at Saratoga High School in California and graduated from California State University in Long Beach, California. He started his professional career doing a couple of TV films, even being signed by Universal. However, he would not find true Hollywood fame until directing one of the most popular and successful movies of all time, Jaws. If you have never seen any of Steven Spielberg's work, the only explanation would be that you were living under a rock for the past 50 years. I think that if you wanted to know what Steven Spielberg was all about, then you would want to watch his remake of the 1953 classic of the same name, War of the Worlds, which in turn was based on a novel of the same name by Herbert George Wells. It follows the story of Ray Farrier, a divorced dock worker living separately from his children. After the ex-wife leaves the children with Ray for a couple of days, the planet is invaded by aliens, and it's up to Ray to protect his children as they flee to Boston to rejoin his ex-wife. There are many Spielberg trademarks in the film, including the special effects and the summer blockbuster feel of it. It stars Tom Cruise, who also starred in the Spielberg-directed Minority Report. Another trademark is the idea of ordinary beings coming into contact with extraordinary beings and finding themselves in extraordinary circumstances. The main trademark, I feel, is the parent-child relationship between Ray and his kids, with Ray having to prove to his ex-wife and himself that he is a good dad. There isn't just conflict between the people and the aliens, there's conflict within the people, and more importantly, between Ray and the kids. The film received positive reviews from critics and received many awards praising its special effects and sound. What makes Steven Spielberg is that he doesn't only do summer blockbusters, but he also does quite serious and dark films about very dark subject matter. So for example, there was Schindler's List, which was set around the time of the Holocaust. And he also directed Saving Private Ryan, which dealt with, in my view, it dealt with the effects of war, as we saw through Captain John Miller, played by Tom Hanks. And this is shown when his right hand at random times starts shaking, and it's never explained, even he doesn't know what it is. But I can only assume it's possibly due to shell shock from war, because him being a captain, you can tell that he's an experienced soldier. And the film follows Miller and 7 other soldiers as they are tasked with searching for a missing paratrooper played by Matt Damon. Okay, well, there are many different Spielberg trademark camera shots during the opening scene in the Omaha Beach, also known as D-Day, including the low-angle tracking shot, which I didn't notice, but you do catch a couple of glimpses of it, usually focusing on one character or group of characters as they push forward as the battle rages on, with death and destruction happening but all around them. And there's also the use of the on-screen performers staring at something, usually off camera, so we can get a glimpse of their emotions. And this is really only done with Miller, as we see during the beginning of the D-Day scene when on the boat heading towards the beach, and during the aftermath when they're just looking onwards at the beach. The film received near universal acclaim, with much praise for the realistic battle scenes and actors' performances, plus receiving countless awards. Steven Spielberg is probably one of the greatest filmmakers to have ever lived, and the film industry would not be where it is today without him. An auteur is someone who makes a film in their own personal vision with signature trademarks. Steven Spielberg is an auteur.